How's it going, David in Comic Book Investments? So in this video, we're going to look at 5 keys that are heating up, some by 165%. So quite a lot. Let's just dive right into it. All right, first we got Specter number 54. A 9.4 is up 31% from 130 to 170. A 9.6 is up 38% from 144 to 198. And a 9.8 is up 100% from 499 to about $1,000. Look at that graph, just straight up. Now you might be thinking, okay, Spectre 54, I think it's from 1997. Like, what's so special about this? This is the first appearance of Mr. Terrific. For some reason, I thought Mr. Terrific appeared way earlier than 97, but I honestly, this book was never going to be on anyone's radar. I mean, Mr. Terrific appears here and there, things like that, but it was never on anyone's real radar until James Gunn announced that, he's casted Mr. Terrific and he's in the Superman movie. And so obviously this book just instantly shot up. $1,000, that's quite a bit, I would assume. I think that book's gonna drop. So I think $1,000 is gonna be its peak. Maybe you'll have another one for around 1,100, 1,200, but it's soon gonna drop after that. You know, it's interesting. If I was an actor in one of these movies or a script writer or something, and I got a hold of these early scripts, I'd start buying up all these books left and right and then flipping them. You make a ton of money doing that. Like, if you would have bought this book not long ago, look, it's like $500 back in February. You went back even further than that, at like $150. You could have bought these books. Yeah. So cool cover though. I like the cover. I think his name's like Corbin or something like that. I know he worked on Swamp Thing, but I think this book is. Do not buy it at this price. Do not buy it. Now, here's the thing: 1997. That was after the comic boom, the crash, all that kind of stuff. So print runs were being reined in, much smaller. Spectre, not a huge character, so the print run was probably small. This is before CGC, so most of these books probably, not most, but they got ruined a little bit and things like that. So I would imagine this probably had a print run anywhere between maybe 20 and 40,000 when it first came out. Probably most exist. And so it is going to be a little more rare than, maybe a Superman book from the same time period. But I think $1,000 is just way too high. It's going to come crashing down, especially if I already looked on eBay and there's a ton that are already, um, priced up there at like 900, 850 for a 9.8. So the prices are already coming down and more people are going to release their book because this is what's going to happen. Someone sells for 1,000. They're like, oh my gosh, I got to get my book out there. I have a 9.8. Let's put it up on eBay. And then you put it up and you want to sell it and it's not moving and you're like, okay, I want to undercut the next person. Well, the next person has like 1,000, so you put it at like 950, and then someone else puts one. It's like, well, I want to sell this and need to undercut, so they put it at 900, and another one has one, another. And pretty soon it's just going to go. Finally, one will sell and it'll sell for like 750, and then people are like, oh, that's the new price, and then more people, because this book is just going to be very common. A lot of people are going to have it and put it up. Like I said, 20 to 40,000 is a print run. There's probably lots of 9.8s, and if they don't have a 9.8, they haven't graded yet, they're going to send it to get graded, then you're just going to have a flood. It's going to drop. So if you have one, sell it now. Next, we got Daredevil 158. An 8.5 is up 50% from 100 to 150. A 9.2 is up 34% from 168 to 225. And the 9.6 is up 46% from 425 to 619. This has been pretty much steady right out of the gate. Obviously, when CGC first came out, things sold for a little high because people really didn't know how many there were out there. And you'll see that very commonly with a lot of in the beginning. And then it's been pretty much steady, like forever, literally forever, just like this. So not really going up, not really going down. Got a little slight comic boom, but obviously it's beating that now. So it's a record price in the last like 5-10 years. But yeah, this is the first Frank Miller on Daredevil. Next, we got another Daredevil, Daredevil 168, first appearance of Elektra. A 9.2 up 29% from 330 to 425. A 9.4 up 5% from 476 to 500. A 9.6 up 12% from 803 to 900. So why is this heating up? There's rumors that Jennifer Gardner is going to reprise her role as Elektra in the new Deadpool 3 movie, which there's a writer strike and all that kind of stuff. So, and actor strike. So I think that's on hold. I think everything's on hold. So we'll see what happens. All right, next we got Brave and the Bold, number 57. A 7.5 up 28% from 500 to 640. 8.5 up 108%. or 118% from 551 to 1200, and a 9.2 of 24% from 1440, selling for 1780. Kind of look at that graph. Yeah, and before that, you're looking at like 2018 and probably, under $1,000 for a 9.2. This is the first appearance of Metamorpho. I had this book as a kid. I loved it. For some reason, I saw the cover and I wanted it so bad. So I worked, got it, and yeah, I read it probably a ton of times, but I don't remember it at all. For some reason, I always thought he was such a cool character when I was a kid. As an adult, yeah, like not as much compared to other characters, but he's blowing up right now because of the fact that he's been cast in the new Superman movie as well. So Ari Cast's going to be in it, probably just a bit part. He's a very interesting character. We'll see how they use him. Nonetheless, 1780 obviously is a bit high, but if you went back to April before any of this comic news, one did sell for 1440. So 1780 is not really that. It's like a 24% jump, even with the news. So I'm not really worried about this book. Long term, it has a very small group of followers, so it's just going to be one of those books that doesn't really go up too much. Now, obviously, this movie coming out kind of changes things. Maybe he's a standout character. I doubt it, but it's going to get a little push because of that, being on the big screen, more fans possibly to come collect Metamorpho. And last is Green Lantern 59, first appearance of Guy Gardner, a 7.5 up 64% from 368 to 604, an 8.5 up 76% from 557 to 980, and a 9.6 is up 165% from the last one selling back in 2016 for about $14.50. Now one selling for $38.40. So that is a record in that grade by quite a bit. But you can see Comic Boom has come and gone. And this one sold back in 2016. And look where it's sold now. Up 165% in, 7 years. So not bad at all. And, this has nothing to do with the comic boom at all. It's just comics, they do go up over time. Obviously, you're going to have that 2-year circle from where it's just crazy times. But overall, in general, yes, they do go up. And obviously, this is going up as well because actually, I think that sale is from June. So this is before the announcement of Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner in the Superman movie. They're all in the Superman movie. So probably just a bit part. But yeah. So that's why that one's going up. Have a good weekend.